Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at an incredibly fun and highly requested theme team in the Great League, the Triple Bear theme team. This team features Charm Beartick on the lead, Beware as the safe switch, and Pangoro as the closer. While this is definitely not a team I would recommend for climbing, I was actually able to get some crazy wins with it. So without further ado, let's hop into the matches and check out the Triple Bear theme team in action in the Great League. Hopping into the first match, leading Beartick into Cresselia. This is not a great lead, but I am actually going to be staying in here. The reason being, I hope to soft lose this lead and then get an energy lead on either of my back two Pokemon. Cresselia fires off the Moonblast, and that does a ton of damage. Beartick, definitely not the tankiest Pokemon ever. I return fire with the Ice Punch. Ice Punch does some chip damage, and they're gonna fire off the Grass Knot right away, not wanting to take any extra charm damage. In comes Pangoro. Pangoro looking to overfarm, and I fire off the Night Slash before they're able to hit me with another charge move. Night Slash takes down Cresselia. They have Azumarill in the back. I pivot into Beware, and in comes a Alolan Marowak. I'm going straight for the payback. I desperately need this to land. Come on, Beware. Payback, one-shots the Marowak, and suddenly we may have a chance. However, there is still an Azumarill with 2 shields, and I only have resisted charge moves to hit it with. I shield up, and I'm going to fire off the Payback. Payback is going to do a solid chunk of damage onto the Azumarill. Azu continues to farm up. I'm going straight for the Superpower. I need all the damage I can get. Superpower does get the shield. Azu continues to farm. I'm able to reach another Superpower, and I'm going straight for it. Superpower gets the final shield. Aggressive switch into Pangoro, and I have a lot of energy. I think a close combat plus a Night Slash should do it. I'm going for the close combat first. I need all the damage I can get. Close combat gets them low. We reached a Night Slash, and that should about do it. Pangoro taking down the Azumarill, and that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, leading Beartick into Alolan Ninetales. This is definitely where I need to see the Ninetales, because my backline gets absolutely shredded by Charm. They fire off a Weather Ball. I do resist it, so I should be able to barely take it, and on very low HP, fire back with the Surf. I'm really hoping for a no shield here, but the Ninetales commits the shield, and now I have to bring in Beware. Beware getting absolutely shredded with charms. I fire off the Superpower. Superpower takes down the Ninetales, and I'm spamming the switch button into Pangoro. They have Sableye. I bring in Pangoro, and they are staying in. Maybe they're weak to the Panda Bear in the back. I fire off the Night Slash, and we get the boost. Let's go. Pangoro is about to go off. I shield up. They bait with Foul Play, which is a pretty nice bait. I'm likely to shield since I am boosted. I fire off the Night Slash. It KOs. In the back, they have Shadow Swampert. And now it's going to be a race. Can I get the 2 Night Slashes before they reach the back-to-back Hydros? Pangoro able to get there. This is a boosted Night Slash onto a Shadow Swampert. Nearly one-shots, and I'm able to catch onto Beware. So this game is done. Pangoro snarls down the Swampert, and that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, picking up a Nightmare lead, Beartick into Shadow Alolan Marowak. Instant save switch into Beware. Marowak is going to farm up a bunch of energy and then bring in Charm Alolan Ninetales. Hopefully Beware should be able to force a shield with the double Superpower. First one does a ton of damage, and the second one is more than likely going to be grabbing a shield. So at the very least, we've baited out the Charmer and given the Panda shield advantage for the end game. I wait my clock. I bring in Beartick. Beartick able to charm all the way down. We know they're probably bringing back in that Alolan Marowak. Marowak is going to be firing off a move. I'm hopeful that I will be able to reach a Surf here, but I decide against it, and I'm going to bring in the Panda, and in the back, they have a Azumarill, and this is not good whatsoever. At this point, my only shot is to get a Night Slash boost, and I get it. Maybe there is actually a chance. I'm firing off another Night Slash. This will do a lot more damage now that it's boosted. Azu is going to be firing off a move. I have 2 shields. I may as well use them. I'm going to be shielding up. I'm going to farm up quite a bit, and then with the boost, I'm hopeful that a close combat is going to be enough to KO here. This is CMP on the play rough. Close combat, barely not enough to KO. A big miscalculation, and I'm forced to burn a shield. That is not great, and they're able to snipe me with the Marowak as well. Bone Club takes me out, and we lose a heartbreaking game. Picking up a pretty nice lead in the next match, Beartick into Sableye. Charm will be hitting for massive super effective damage here. They save switch into Registeel, and I respond with Beware. Unfortunately, I honestly don't have a great response to a Registeel save switch. I'm going to shield up, but unfortunately I get baited with a Zap Cannon. I overfarm as much as I can, but this superpower is not going to be enough to KO the Registeel. Superpower does get it low, and I'm going to fire off a second. This should really be able to put some pressure onto the Registeel. Superpower does get the shield, but they want to try and flip switch. I'm going to shield up. I am not going to let that happen, because if possible, I want to try and keep my Beware healthy. I farm up, switch, and I'm able to catch the Focus Blast onto the Beartick. We are fully sacrificing the Beartick at this point, but it's for a good cause. And now, the question is, do they bring in the Sableye, or do they bring in the final Pokemon? They bring in the Sableye. I'm going straight for the Payback. Payback, massive damage on the Sableye. In the back, they have Shadow Nidoqueen, and this is not good whatsoever. I'm going for the Hail Mary Payback. They let it through! Oh my goodness! I'm able to farm down and leave with the superpower loaded. Opponent does not respect Beware, and it costs them dearly. In comes Pangoro, able to reach the Night Slash. Night Slash will be taking down the Sableye, and that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, leading Charm Beartick into Galarian Stunfisk. Terrible lead, immediate save switch into Beware, and my opponent responds with Azumarill. At the very least, we baited out the Azu, but things looking pretty grim so far. I fire off the Payback, Azu able to tank it like it's nothing, and I'm going to fire off the Superpower as well. They're looking to overfarm quite a bit, so while I'm here, I may as well get all of the possible chip damage that I can. They're going to be firing off the Play Rough. Play Rough will easily take me out. And from here, I just need to wait out my switch clock and go for an aggressive Charm Down with Beartick. Beartick looking for the Charm Down. I am going to have to eat a Play Rough, which is going to do quite a lot of damage. But Beartick able to hang on and farm all the way down. I am pretty close to a Surf. In comes the Stunfisk. I'm going straight for the Surf. Surf is going to do a sneaky amount of damage here. I bring in the Panda, and in the back is Sableye. Oh my goodness, we may actually have a chance. Night Slash able to connect. Panda looking to go on a rampage. This is enough for the return. I am going to respect it, and they full sent the return, so that's a massive shield. I'm going to massively overfarm with Pangoro and fire off another Night Slash. Night Slash gets the shield from Sableye. I'm firing off another one right away. May as well apply some pressure. I'm able to get both shields. I'm just going to continue to overfarm here. I am going to be shielding up in case they do go for the return. This time, they do go for the bait. In comes the Stunfisk, and I'm going straight for the close combat. Close combat takes down the Stunfisk. In comes Sableye. I'm able to reach the Night Slash. Pangoro going on an absolute rampage. And that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, leading Beartick into Azumarill. I definitely do need to stay in here because this is my best answer to Azumarill. Even though Azumarill does cleanly win this matchup, I'm going to be firing off the Ice Punch here. Ice Punch is resisted, but at this point, any damage is good damage. Azumarill is going to be firing back with a move. Azu goes for the Play Rough. That does a ton of damage, and I aggressively switch into Beware. I am not in a fabulous spot here, but I'm hoping that I will be able to Shadow Claw down. My opponent is not going to let that happen, and they bring in Meta Jam, and with my Charmer gone, this is looking like GG's. I go for the Payback. They shield up the Payback. I'm firing off the last second superpower, but Pangoro is not going to be able to take out this Meta Jam, and I resign the match. Picking up a Nightmare lead in the next match, Beartick into Defense Deoxys. Defense Deoxys basically beats this entire team, so at this point, this game is more or less over. They're going to be firing off a move. I'm going to let it go. It is the Psycho Boost. I bring in Beware, and then they save switch into Sableye. Them switching out may actually give me a chance. I'm going to shield up, really hoping that it's the return, and it is. That's huge. I'm going to bank 100 energy, bring in Pangoro, and I should barely be able to outpace them. I really need this Night Slash to KO. Come on. It barely does not, and they're able to reach the last second return. That is absolutely heartbreaking, as now I have no more shields, and they can just bring back in the Deoxys. Opponent does bring back in the Deoxys. I farm up, and they're firing off a move. If they have Thunderbolt, I just lose here. But it looks like they're running Rock Slide. They go for the Psycho Boost, and in the back, they have Trevenant. This might actually be doable. Night Slash deals a ton of damage. I'm going to fire off a second Night Slash to apply a lot of pressure onto this Trevenant. Able to grab the shield. In comes Beware, and I'm just going for the farm down. I'm hoping to leave with 100 energy and then bait with a superpower and then hopefully land a payback. But it looks like they banked a Psycho Boost, and this is CMP. Superpower gets the shield, and they're going to be able to take out Beware. That is heartbreaking. It's all up to Pangoro. Pangoro able to reach the Night Slash somehow against all odds. The Bears take down a defense Deoxys, and that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, leading Beartick into another Alolan Ninetales. Like last time, I need to stay in here and try and do as much damage as possible. This Ninetales decides not to throw, and it looks like they're instead going for the farm down. I'm going to fire off the Surf. Surf does get the shield, and I get Charmed down. In comes Beware. They have a lot of energy. This could be the Psyshock. I'm going to call the bait. It is just the Weather Ball. And I should be able to reach the Superpower on very low HP. Superpower will KO, and then I need them to be weak to Pangoro in the back. I'm switching into Pangoro. They have a Medicham in the back, and I concede the match. Hopping into the final match, leading Beartick into yet another Alolan Ninetales. By this point, we have the strategy down. Just stay in with the Beartick. Ninetales is going for the farm down like last time. I'm going to fire off the Surf, hoping that one will let it go, but they decide not to. And now I'm just going to bring in Beware and try and go for the Superpower. They're going to be firing off a move. I decide to call the bait here. It is just a Weather Ball, and I'm going to fire off the Superpower. And like last time, I'm going to spam switch into Pangoro, hope they're weak in the back, and it's Shadow Swampert, and the Shadow Swampert is staying in. Hopefully this means that that final Pokemon is going to be weak to the Panda. I shield up the Hydro Cannon, and you know what? I'm feeling risky. I am full sending to Close Combat. Close Combat does get shielded, and that is quite unfortunate. But then my opponent throws on Alignment and gives me an entire Snarl for free. That's huge. I farm up. In the back, they have Sableye, and this might actually be doable. I'm going to fire off the Night Slash. 2 Night Slashes is not enough to KO. But since I have a massive energy lead, maybe I can reach a third. Second Night Slash gets them low. Pangoro farming up. This should only be a foul play. I'm going to let this go, and I'm going to bring in Beware. Beware able to farm down. Can we reach the Superpower? We cannot. We need the Close Combat. We are able to get there. Pangoro, 1 HP and a dream, taking down the Sableye. And that is a good game. All in all, this team was an insane amount of fun to run. As I mentioned at the beginning, definitely not a team I'd recommend for climbing, as odds are you're going to be losing more games than you win, but being able to win with 3 extremely off-meta picks like this is just an incredible feeling. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And a special thank you, as always, to our members here on YouTube. The support you guys provide is absolutely incredible. So thank you guys oh so very much. And until next time, I've been HomeSliceHenry.